The aftermath of the siege births a fragile peace, or so it seems. Lord Shinoda orders a lavish Chrysanthemum festival to showcase his undiminished power, inviting rival daimyos, including the cunning Lady Yukiko of the northern provinces, whose frosty demeanor hides a venomous ambition. At the heart of the celebration, a political marriage proposal between Lord Takeshi and Yukiko's daughter, Princess Hana, a union that would secure Shinoda's northern borders. But Takeshi, still haunted by the siege's horrors, confides in Anjin-san, "I cannot wed a stranger while my heart is elsewhere." His gaze lingers on Lady Emiko, unaware she holds the poison that nearly claimed his life. Anjin-san, now wielding his half-man's blade with grim resolve, uncovers a new threat. A Portuguese Jesuit, Father Mateo, arrives under the guise of blessing the festival. But his true mission is to discredit Anjin-san, whom the church views as a heretic, for serving a pagan lord. Mateo quietly rallies Christian peasants, promising salvation in exchange for rebellion. "Your foreign god is a weakling," Anjin-san snarls in Portuguese during a midnight confrontation, but Mateo's reply chills him. "The shogunate will burn, with or without you." The festival begins in a blaze of silk and sword dances. Princess Hana, a sharp-tongued strategist in her own right, recognizes Anjin-san's value and privately offers him a deal: sabotage the marriage, and she'll grant him passage back to Europe. But as cherry blossoms drift over the banquet, death strikes. Lady Yukiko collapses, a chrysanthemum petal dipped in nun's tears, a paralytic poison, clutched in her hand. Chaos erupts. Shinoda's guard sees Anjin-san, accused of the murder, a plot orchestrated by Father Mateo to remove him. Emiko, torn between loyalty to Morioka and her growing guilt, visits Anjin-san in his cell. "Confess to the crime," she urges, "and I'll spare your life." But when he refuses, she slips him a lockpick and a single word: Nagasaki. The next morning, Anjin-san demands a trial by combat, invoking an ancient samurai rite. Shinoda, intrigued, pits him against Kuroda, Yukiko's halting champion, in a duel to the death. The battle is a spectacle of clashing ideologies. Kuroda fights with a nodachi, its blade longer than a man, while Anjin-san relies on his short sword and dirty European tricks, kicking sand, feigning injury, and using the sun's glare to blind his foe. With a final desperate lunge, he drives his blade through Kuroda's throat, but not before the dying samurai gasps, "The priest knows your true name." Victory frees Anjin-san, but deepens the court's hatred. That night, he confronts Father Mateo at a hidden Christian altar. The Jesuit reveals Shinoda as true endgame, to provoke a war between the northern clans and the Iko-Iki rebels, leaving his own domain unscathed. "You are a pawn," Mateo laughs, "and pawns are sacrificed." Before Anjin-san can act, an arrow silences the priest, fired by Emiko from the shadows. The episode closes on a devastating twist. Shinoda confesses to Takeshi that he allowed Yukiko's poisoning to frame Morioka. "Power is not taken," he growls. "It is carved from the bones of fools." Meanwhile, Emiko burns her final coded letter, tears staining the ash. She pours the unused poison into the garden pond where koi rise to the surface, lifeless. Betrayal poisons every alliance. Like if you're screaming at your screen, subscribe to unravel the truth and don't miss episode 5, The Bloodied Throne, where a single coronation ignites a war that will drown Japan in flames. YouTube. Description: lies bloom like poisonous flowers in episode 4. Anjin-san faces false accusations, deadly duels, and a Jesuit's holy wrath. Will the Chrysanthemum Festival end in peace or bloodshed? Witness shocking twists, forbidden alliances, and a betrayal that will leave you breathless.